Market? What stock market? We're all game stoppers today. Look at this chart. Hey everybody, Courtney Smith here with our February 1st edition of Wall Street Winners, heading into our 26th year. Unbelievable. And this is heading into an infinite loop going forward. Okay, we had a sharp move down on Wednesday. We had another one on Friday. I think, as I told you last week, I was looking for a dip as we go through most of February. That dip is here now. So look for the market to continue to sell off here. I'm not looking for even a correction. I'm not even looking for a 10% correction, but 5%? Absolutely. Dow Jones. Here we see the same type of activity here. Notice in the upper right-hand corner, the red line, that's the selling pressure, and the green line is the buying pressure. But let me focus on the selling pressure for a second. Look back over this chart, and it's already the third highest level in the last almost year. Now, we had a much higher level in the COVID crash, which is to be expected. But the other dip in the market was back in late October, and we're now almost to that level. That's actually a bullish sign, because normally when the selling pressure gets up this high, it's not sustainable. And the bulls start to snap back and buy the dips in the market. And that's why I'm not really looking for a bear market here, just a little correction. Conditions are not in place yet for there to be a bear market. There could be one later this year. I'm focusing, I'm looking, I'm hovering over every piece of information to make sure we're protected from the next bear market, but it's not February. Dip, yes. Bear market, no. NASDAQ, same story. Seasonality remains bullish, but you'll notice last week I pushed up our switcheroo line. It's now at 190 on the IWM. If we break below 190 on the IWM, then we're going to cancel our seasonal bullish signal. Now look at the purple predictor. The purple predictor is breaking to new lows. It's in a bear market already, which tells me that the IWM is going to be going lower. Utilities, who cares? All right, you can see here the seasonality. We should be focusing mainly on the red and purple lines. And as you can see, we should be heading south. And we are heading south. And normally we'd expect a low late February, early March. I think that looks perfect this time around. Asset allocation down a little bit. We started to put some money back into bonds. We need some safety. The risk indicator also down sharply. We're afraid of this market. Let's bail out. We want to buy GameStop because it's not risky at all. Global shares are down harder than U.S. shares. The economy is worse. COVID is worse. Everything is worse in Europe. So Europe is dying here. Yield curve moving back up again. I'm actually liking that a little bit. But the market usually starts to freak out when they see it, because this is a leading indicator, but this is slightly bullish. Bonds started to crap out again. This is what we were saying. They're pulling money out of the stock market and moving it into safe things like utilities, like bonds, like AMC. I'm sorry. They're not putting it into AMC because it's safer at all. Okay, bond key factors still say we should see longer-term interest rates move higher. Dollar starting to show some strength here, particularly against the yen, but you can see we're struggling higher. I think we're going to continue to move higher because Europe is even worse off than the U.S. Gold, really, who cares? I mean, this thing can't get out of its own way. It's ridiculous. And here you can see our indicators, particularly the bottom indicator, has turned sharply negative on gold. So we got two clearly neutral indicators and one very bearish, and that's the yen down there at the bottom. So don't want to be long gold here. Might even start to think about going short gold. Crude oil hovering up at these high levels. I find that very interesting because stocks are going down because of largely because of COVID, but which would mean that the economy would weaken. But oil, with the cutback in supplies, is able to maintain its $50 level. And finally, Bitcoin. Last week, I told you I didn't want to be long. I didn't recommend anybody be long. I think that's still the right position to be in. If anything, I'd be neutral. We're breaking to lower lows, but the purple predictor is bullish. So whenever I see some type of a contradictory type of indicators, the best thing is usually to stand on the sidelines. And right now, we're at the same price we were a month ago. So the price of Bitcoin is not going anywhere either. I think all of the speculative money is being sucked into GameStop, AMC, etc., etc. All right, freebies, love having you here. And we will talk to you next week. Fully paid up members, we got some very big changes in our strategy. Hey, freebies for Wall Street winners. Really appreciate having you here and love to have you participate in the Wall Street winners every week. But I also wanted to show you where I get a lot of my information and where I monitor my information, and it's from the Stock Butler, stockbutler.com. And what it is that it takes the system that I teach in my Stock Financial Freedom System course, my live 2-day seminar, and it codifies and systematizes and makes it super easy to use. Let me just show you some of the things. I would go there, read their literature. That's really great. But let me show you a couple of things that I use. So I always talk about in Wall Street Winners our best of the best stocks. Now, when you're a fully paid up member, you see my best of the best stocks. But for example, I can come up here and I hit rate and I go to best of the best and I click on it. Now I've already signed in. There it is. There's my best of the best stock. These are the best of the best stocks that you should be looking at buying. In this particular case, you can see the green one is a new one this week. So guess what? In the fully paid up section, this is a new recommendation. We also, Stock Butler also rates the stocks, A, B, C. Here is a change. This one was changed in its rating. So it does some amazing things. It makes it super easy for you to trade, to monitor. It also has other techniques up here. Our hot hands, our pit bulls, seasonality, advanced stock list, many different ways in order to find great stocks and then to monitor them. So when you click on one of these stocks, it comes back and it tells you how the rating occurred. Here's the actual analysis that went in to rating this stock a B. Incredible. And the cost is nominal. I highly recommend it. Go there to stockbutler.com and check it out. I think you're going to love it. Talk to you later.